Hey, what's up, guys? It's a Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another NFL mock draft. But today, guys, we're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to do a mock draft, but we cannot draft any quarterbacks, okay? Um, I'll admit, yeah, this maybe isn't as high of a quarterback class as some other years. I'm pretty confident in some of the quarterbacks, though. I'm higher on some of them than a lot of other people. But I mean, we can't get guys like Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, Sam Howell, whoever in this draft. No quarterbacks taken. First round mock draft. Let's go ahead and get on into it. So, I mean, these first two picks aren't going to really change for me. Evan Neal and Aiden Hutchinson. I think those are the most likely. I think the Jags really, excuse me, really want to find a way to help Trevor Lawrence, and Evan Neal at that point is the best way to do so. But then number 3, the Texans are on the board, and I think we're going to go Kyle Hamilton this time. I have been recently going to Kemakwonu. I think it's still extremely possible they do. Kyle Hamilton is kind of a once in a lifetime safety, though. I think he's going to immediately come in and be a top 10 safety in the NFL. I really do. I think he's going to be good. So, yeah, he makes sense going to the Texans, especially since I heard rumors that they were wanting to not keep Justin Reed. I don't know how true that is, but especially if they get rid of him, Kyle Hamilton's going to make a ton of sense. But then the Jets here are on the board, and this is tough here. I'm going to say I have all the confidence in the world in Mekhi Becton and George Fant. Or I'd say especially Mekhi Becton. I was really high on him in the draft a few years ago. I had him as my number 1 left tackle, and people called me absolutely insane. And really, I'd argue, when he's actually played, really the only tackle that has from that class that has been better than him is, in my opinion, Tristan Wirfs. So I don't think I was real wrong from that class. So I'm confident in him. So I don't think they really need a tackle. I feel like a Kemakwonu. I feel like he can play guard in the NFL and play it at a Pro Bowl level. I've been saying this for a while. But I'm not really sure the Jets are really going to lean towards a guy like that. So I'm actually going to go with Jermaine Johnson. Okay, for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, know I am extremely high on Jermaine Johnson. The dude absolutely balled out at the Senior Bowl. He's extremely Von Miller and Brian Burns-esque. Like, he has like the exact same type of play style, and I just feel like he's gonna kill it at the next level. I really do. Kayvon is extremely good too. I have those two ranked really close together, but I think I'm going to give the edge to Jermaine Johnson. I think he's going to be an absolute beast in the NFL. So then here for the Giants, I'm going to go ahead and give them Kemakwonu. Situation here, for me, best case scenario, Andrew Thomas can actually slide over and play right tackle. And Kemakwonu plays left tackle, and they have one of the better tackle tandems in the league. Worst case scenario, Andrew Thomas stays a left tackle, and Akem can play at a Pro Bowl level for left guard. So I think it works out great. Then for the Carolina Panthers, now I'll be honest here. Since they can't take a quarterback, I would think they absolutely have to trade back. Honestly, I think it makes the most sense. I don't think they go necessarily tackle. I think they have to go offensive line, but I don't think they necessarily go tackle unless it's a Kim Ekwonu, or Evan Neal even. And the reason for that is I feel like they'll give Brady Christensen a chance. He played pretty well when he was actually in last year, and I feel like if you keep developing him, he's going to be a good tackle. So they really need to fix the interior offensive line. So I think we're going to actually go ahead and go with Tyler Linderbaum. I think he's going to be a beast. Yeah, there's some good offensive linemen in this draft, both tackles and interior line. I think it's pretty underrated how many, good guys are in here. But then for the Giants, for this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and have them go with Kayvon Thibodeau. This is just best player available. They need some edge help. If a guy of Kayvon's level falls this far, they've got to take him. But then the Falcons are now on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and have them go Ahmad Gardner. He's really up there with Derek Stingley as my number one corner in the draft. There's some really good corners in this class. This week I've been studying up on corners even more, and man, I think there's some real starting level corners in here. I really like it. But yeah, I don't want to get too far off topic. I think we're going to go ahead and have the Broncos. Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead and actually have them take David Ajabo from Michigan. I think he's the best guy on the board to try to replace Von Miller. You could honestly argue Derek Stingley as well. I mean, Derek Stingley paired up with Patrick Surtain, that instantly becomes one of the best young cornerback tandems in the league. And I really like that idea. I wouldn't say that's a bad idea at all. I just think if the Broncos don't go quarterback, they're going to try to replace Von Miller, replace the hole that he left there. So I think David Ajabo is the best guy right there to do so. Then the Jets are back on the board, and I think we're going to go receiver. I think we're going to go with Treylon Burks. He's my number one receiver in this class. Give Zach Wilson the best chance possible to succeed. Honestly, the Jets might be able to trade back a couple spots and still get a really good receiver. If Washington doesn't snag him, they could probably trade back a few spots. So, but yeah, I really like Treylon Burks. I think he is the best receiver in this class. And honestly, I don't think it's that close. I think he's got that title by a wide margin. Then Washington is on the board here. Their secondary was really bad last year. I'm going to go ahead and go Derek Stingley. I think he makes the most sense here. Then the Vikings are on the board, and they also need some secondary help. I'm going to go ahead and go... excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and go Andrew Booth. I think he is the third best corner in this class. And again, there's so many guys here that can start. This isn't a knock on guys like Kyrie Lom, Roger McCreary, Trent McDuffie, Kyler Gordon. It's not a knock on them at all. It's just this corner class is stacked. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. It's exciting. Then the Browns are on the board. I'm going to do something different that I don't know that I've ever seen anybody actually do. I'm going to have them take Jordan Davis, the big boy out of Georgia. I about always have them take Garrett Wilson. And ultimately, let's be honest, that might be who they end up going with. Or even another receiver. but I like to switch up the mock drafts here and then. If I do the exact same mock draft every time, it's not going to be entertaining. You guys are going to watch the same video time and time again. So we're going Jordan Davis this time. I think he's really, really going to help their run defense. I think he's going to have like a Derek Brown effect. Like when the Panthers drafted Derek Brown, I think it's going to be like a situation that, yeah, he doesn't get a whole lot of recognition because he's not the guy that's going to get you a bunch of sacks and probably not even pressures, but he is going to really help clog the line of scrimmage and help stop the run, at least inside. And I think the Browns really need that help. Then the Ravens are on the board. I think we're going to go ahead. I like Charles Cross. I really do. I don't think he fits the Ravens scheme. Like I've said before, the Ravens really like running a heavy zone run scheme. They need really big, powerful offensive linemen on that line. Charles Cross is more of a pass blocking tackle that usually is set up more for like play action and stuff like that. I just don't think he fits the scheme. I really don't. Penning, however, does. I'm really debating here between Trevor Penny and Kenyon Green. I think it's gotta be between these guys. I think we're gonna go Trevor Penning because I feel like he can play right tackle as well. So I mean, you pair him up with Ronnie Stanley. Sorry about that, guys. There's just an issue with the recording there. But if you pair him up with Ronnie Stanley, like that's gonna be one of the meanest tackle tandems in the league. I mean, Ronnie Stanley's already honestly, I might even go as far as saying top 5 tackle. He's bare minimum top 10 tackle. And Penning is mean. Like he is ruthless when blocking. So pairing those two up, especially in a not strictly, but very running forward scheme, I think that makes plenty of sense. Eagles here. Ooh. I think what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go Devin Lloyd, obviously. I mean, he's my favorite linebacker in the draft. I think he's an absolute beast. He can do it all. He really can. There are a couple guys I'm really debating on right here. Part of me wants to go Kenyon Green. Part of me wants to go Charles Cross. Part of me wants to go Jameson Williams. Eagles fans, let me know what you think of this in the comments section. I think we go Kenyon Green. They need some interior offensive line help. Kenyon Green's a beast. Like he does not get the credit he deserves. And really, I think he's going to raise his stock even more at the combine. I think he honestly might become a lock to be drafted in the top 15 at the combine. So we'll have to see how that goes. But Chargers here, I'm going to go ahead and actually go Charles Cross. This is both best player available as well as, I mean, it's just a sexy pick. Like, you got Rashawn Slater on the left side. You got Charles Cross on the right side. Herbert is safe back there. Like, Herbert is safe. So I just really like it. Saints, I'm gonna go ahead and actually go with Garrett Wilson this time. I think he's a really good route runner. I think he fits what the Saints want in a receiver. I usually go with Jameson Williams right here because Jameis Winston, he really likes throwing the ball downfield, if someone's open. Williams is a really good deep threat, but I'm not sure if the Saints are going to bring Jameis back. I'm really surprised they haven't re-signed him yet. Um, so yeah, they may look to trade for a quarterback. They may sign a different one in free agency. I don't know, but I think Garrett Wilson really fits what they're wanting to do, and not just what Jameis Winston wants. And this is going to be another tough pick for me for the Eagles, because I have three guys on the board right here in front of me that I think make complete sense for the Eagles. Jameson Williams, Trayvon Walker, and George Karlaftis. You could even argue Roger McCreary and Trent McDuffie, Kyrie Lam. You know what? Let's go ahead and give Jalen Hurts some help. Let's give him Jameson Williams. I'm not out on Jalen Hurts. Okay, I still think he's going to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. I think people are disrespecting him a bit much. But then the Steelers are on the board. I'm going to go ahead and actually give them Zion Johnson. Another very, very underrated prospect. Really, I think after the combine, he's probably going to be more in talks to be like a top 15 pick. He's just an absolute monster. Like I was saying earlier, there is some amazing offensive linemen in this draft, both interior and tackle. The interior line, there's definitely more, quality depth, but there's some high level tackles too. But then here for the Patriots, I'm gonna go ahead and give them Nakobe Dean. Like I've been saying, Bill Belichick really likes his linebackers. I think he'd love Nakobe Dean just as much. The Raiders are on the board. I'm actually going to go Trayvon Walker. Reason here is, so obviously Max Crosby is amazing. That doesn't need to be debated. But they had Yannick Ngakoue this last year, and he played really solid. But I don't know that they really have another great rotational piece there. I mean, I'm not saying Trayvon Walker would end up being a rotational piece. He may honestly end up starting over Ngakoue. But really, Walker is also the type that really Walker and Ngakoue, either one of them can slide inside if needed. So you could have both of them on the field at once. I mean, hell, Walker could honestly even stand up and blitz. I mean, he doesn't even have to have his hand in the dirt. Like he can do about everything right there. And I think having that versatility on the Raiders defense is going to help them win games a lot more. So that Derek Carr doesn't, have to stress about putting up, 30 points a game. I know that's not what the Raiders had, but Derek Carr gets a lot of hate for really his high level of play. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback by any means. He's not usually the reason the Raiders lose games. So, yeah, having Trayvon Walker on that defense, I think, will help quite a bit. But then the Cardinals are on the board. We are 100% going to go corner. This time I'm going to go with Roger McCreary. I usually go Kyrie Lam right here. Elam is another guy that he does not get the credit he deserves. Like he's a beast. There's so many good corners in this class. For the Cowboys, considering how the board has fallen right here, I think the Cowboys should also go with a corner. I'd probably put Kyrie Lam above McDuffie a little bit, but I think McDuffie fits the Cowboys' scheme more than Elam. I think McDuffie can be a little bit more of a ball hawk. So we're going to go with Trent McDuffie right here. All right, so then the Bills are on the board. And let's see, I think we're actually going to go... Bills fans, call me crazy. Well... Yeah, we're going to go with Jahan Dotson, okay? I know Bills fans are going to hate me, but go with Jahan Dotson. He's a guy that he can get up there and get those contested catches. I think that's really going to help Josh Allen even more in the red zone. I think he's going to have another season where he's one of the top candidates for MVP. I really like a combination of Jahan Dotson and Josh Allen. You could even argue Drake London right here, but I think Jahan Dotson's a better fit. And then for the Titans, we're going to go ahead and give them... I think we're going to go ahead and actually give them Jaquan Brisker. Help out Kevin Byard back there. I mean, really, a combination with him and Kevin Byard, like, that's a really nice safety tandem. And really, I feel like aside from him and Christian Fulton, the rest of that Titans secondary was pretty bad this last year. So Brisker, I think, would instantly come in and be a huge improvement. And then the Bucks are on the board. We're gonna go ahead and give them Chris Olave. I think he's the best replacement for Antonio Brown. Packers are on the board. I'm gonna go ahead and give them Drake London. Now this is a weird situation because I hear that they're really trying to work on getting Aaron Rodgers back on a short-term deal. Nothing's been finalized yet, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions yet, but based off a lot of the stuff we heard this offseason, it sounded like Aaron Rodgers was probably going to be gone. So until he gets re-signed, we're going to make these mock drafts under the assumption he's gone. So we're going to give Jordan Love some help and get Drake London. And really, even if not, let's be honest, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to complain about a receiver. He's not. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. Then the Dolphins are on the board. They need some edge help. We're going to go ahead and give them George Karlaftis. Chiefs are on the board, and now we're going to go ahead and give them Daxton Hill. I think whether they have Tyrann Mathieu or not this year, I think they go with safety unless there's just a stud edge rusher still on the board. The reason for that is they run a lot of 3 safety looks. Sometimes they run what you call a 3-3-5, where there's 5 defensive backs, and usually that's 3 safeties. Usually one of the safeties plays in the box though. And it's not the only formation they run. Obviously they have bunch of other formations in their base defense, but they do run that formation quite a bit, and I think Daxton Hill makes plenty of sense whether Tyrann Mathieu is there or not. So then for the Bengals, they 1,000% need to go offensive line. Let me see who. Yeah, I'm not super high on Sean Ryan. I do, however, really like Tyler Smith. I've started to watch more of his tape this year. I do also like Jamari Salyer. He's a guy that I think will raise his stock quite a bit at the combine. But yeah, Jamari Salyer and Tyler Smith, definitely guys you want to study some film on if you haven't already. I think they're going to be some really good guards in the NFL. And really, I think Tyler Smith could play center as well in the NFL. But yeah, we're going to go Tyler Smith right here. I think he's an absolute beast. Yeah. Then lastly, for the Lions, we're going to go, let's see. We're going to go with Christian Harris from Alabama. He is my number 3 linebacker. I think I like him a little bit more than Chad Muma. Muma's really good too. I'm not gonna, I'm not. This isn't a knock on Chad Muma at all. It's more just saying Christian Harris doesn't get, the love he deserves. And really, I think he can call a defense really well. I think he's gonna be, a tough defense player that Dan Campbell really likes. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name for a second. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this mock draft in the comments section below. I know I'm gonna be getting a lot of hate comments. I know I get hate comments every mock draft. Okay, it is what it is. I'm used to it. I know not everybody's gonna like my picks, but yeah, give me your opinion in the comment section below. If there's a prospect that you're high on that I haven't really talked much about and you want me to check out more, let me know. I'm not gonna claim to, be an expert on every single player. I watch as much film as I can, though. I study up on these players as much as I can. I feel like I have a pretty good knowledge, at least of the first 3 rounds. So, yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.